Well, happy May 1st. Can you believe it? We've made it since all of the coronavirus shutdown. We're still here. We're still having the time of our lives. And I'm so excited. Just come on in and join us. It's going to be a good time. So I'm really excited because I'm not wearing a black dress. So that's historical because everything I own is black. So, wow, how do I look? Actually, you guys, it's quite large. I didn't realize, but everything I've ordered it didn't even fit on my leg. You know, it's all for people that weigh 87 pounds. So I ordered a large in this, and it's very expansive. So anyway, but it's comfortable for spring. So, but anyway, I'm going to be cooking Trilma Leeman's perfect pasta sauce today. So I would pick today to put on my little linen dress I got for $21. I think it's off of Instagram. But anyway, it's called Buykud, B-U-Y-K-U-D. So I get a lot of their stuff off of that, and usually like the dresses are $15 or $20. And this is a beautiful linen, it's pleated, it's just me and Mindy could fit in this dress. Anyway, so I'm going to start. I looked for an apron, and can you believe I couldn't find a stinking apron? These are for kids. And I know I've had aprons through the years, but anyway, I'm going to borrow one of my grandkids. This is a plastic apron, so it should do well. Today, May 1st, is my brother's birthday. It's his heavenly birthday, my baby brother. So I'm celebrating. I always do something special on May 1st to remember and commemorate my brother. Beautiful human being. He left us 12 years ago, very rare cancer. So today is a wonderful day to be alive. So we're gonna start. Min, could you help me, Bess? So I have these two sauces. I don't know if you can see them. El Dente. This is a pasta sauce. I get it at a place in San Jose, but you could get your own. And then I do these chopped tomatoes. Careful, baby, that's really hot. I'm gonna put this up there by you. Minnie's gonna put that in so maybe I won't splash all over this kitchen.
Ooh, oh Lord Jesus.
It's really hot. Can you do it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, here she goes. She's putting that in for me. I switched up the kitchen a little bit today so I could put the camera this way so I could see if you like it better. So we're gonna be cooking on this direction. So in a large pot, you put the sauce, pasta sauce, and chopped tomatoes, okay? Number one. So you're gonna need a big pot and you're gonna need a couple of pans for this recipe. This is Trilma Leeman's famous pasta sauce. Wow, I've got that pot really hot. Thanks, babe. Okay, mix that up real good. Okay, then we're gonna chop 2 large onions or 3 medium white onions, a 1/3 cup of garlic cloves, chop them, put it in a small pan. I use olive oil spray, so here we go. I didn't want to have my back to you today, but I don't know how else to do this. So we're going to heat up small saucepan, spray. I just love spraying stuff. It's really, I don't know, it just does something for me.
I'll be right back.
Spray that saucepan with garlic oil. Just cuts down on calories a little bit.
Let's go to the bathroom.
Okay, baby. Come back when you can.
I'm right back.
So then we're going to saute the white onions, which is 2 large or 3 medium chopped, very fine, and 1/3 cup garlic cloves. Now today I am making, I don't know if you can see that, this huge pot. It's really hot. I don't know if I can move it over here for you to see it. But this pot, I'm cooking this full of pasta sauce today. So my portions are bigger, but I'm giving you Trilma Leeman's original recipe. The reason I cook in big amounts, I never know who's coming by for dinner. So I always try to cook a big, huge roaster full of pasta sauce, put it in big, it's 2-gallon Ziplocs. I put them in freezer bags, put them in the freezer, so that if someone comes unexpected, I had no idea they were coming by, which is fine, because this is a house open for hospitality. If you could just give me a call when you're down at the gas station and let me know that you're coming, so I could make sure that most of the junk is shoveled out of this house. I'll just put it in the closet or whatever. That's called an emergency cleaning. Anyway, so I always try to do extra. It's wonderful pasta sauce. And let me just tell you this. I know there are people watching this show today that you probably are an expert on the pasta sauce. And you could probably cook circles around me. And I am giving you a standing ovation, and I appreciate your talent so much. But everybody has a knack for what they do. It's special. And so I'm going to share mine, and maybe you could tell me, oh, you could prove on that if you did this or you did that. This week I called, oh, we're gonna get this in here, hold on. Hold that thought. This week, okay, so 3/4 cup of butter in this pan. 3/4 cup of butter, and then we add 1/2 cup of white wine. Well, let's put the mushrooms in first. First things first. Okay, here we go. Okay. Yeah, good. So mushrooms really cook down. So let's put, okay. Well, I was supposed to put the white. All right, well, we'll just do it. Okay, I was supposed to actually put, the garlic and the onions in that pan. Plan B. So then we're going to put, okay, so we've got the cloves, the white onions. Now I'm doing the mushrooms. So you do, I don't know, I call for a pound of mushrooms. But today I've got a couple of pounds in here. So Minnie, can you stir that pot of sauce from the bottom? It smells like it's getting done. Okay, so for the mushrooms, we're going to do 1/2 cup white wine. That was probably more than 1/2, but as I said, I'm doing a little extra today. So we've got the white wine. So let me go over this again. For all of you that have just come on, you need a large pot, a couple of pans. You use a big, let's see, well it calls for oh my goodness, I don't even see it on here. I'm going to put the recipe on here, but it calls for 2 big cans, 1 of pasta sauce, 1 of chopped tomatoes. We've already put it in this big roaster here. Then you need 2 large or 3 medium onions chopped, garlic cloves, 1/3 cup garlic cloves, olive oil, and you saute, I'm going to put a little of this butter. You saute the garlic and onions. A little bit of heaven right there. Now, one of the things that I always do on my mushrooms, I always use Worcestershire. Just about every recipe that I do, I put Worcestershire. It's fabulous. If you're making ribeyes or steaks, grilling, whatever, you want mushrooms, I start with butter, a little onion, a little garlic, and Worcestershire. It's the meanest mushrooms in the world. Mean mushrooms. Okay, how we doing, man?
Doing great.
Okay. Now, we're sauteing the cloves and onions. When they get transparent, we're going to cook them about 4 or 5 minutes. Oh, yeah. Somebody say, yeah. Oh, yeah, girl. Woo! So let me tell you, while these are getting started, let me tell you something really wonderful that happened this week. On our Tuesday night worship set, we every Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, we have a worship and word set. Let me tell you what happened. In the middle of our, Mindy and Josiah, we were worshiping the Lord, singing, and the Lord just kind of spoke to me and said, just stop right here and ask if there's a special need. And so I did, and people just started saying even their special spoken requests or their needs on the screen. It was amazing. Well, there was a need. Alyssa Richmond said about her friend, her friend's baby had huge tumors all over the top of his head, and they were going to have to do surgery. And I have to tell you something. When we got finished, when we pressed finish on that screen, Ron Powell, there were people in the room, and we had intercessory prayer for every one of those requests that you put on the screen, that the people put on the screen. And we prayed for baby Callum. We don't know these people, but I'm telling you, we were weeping, praying, interceding for all of the requests, and we call baby Callum. Well, yesterday I got a text from Alyssa Richmond, and she said that when they went in to do the surgery on this baby, he's about 2.5 years old, and I saw the top of his head had huge tumors sticking out everywhere. And when they went in to do surgery Thursday, the surgeon was shocked. He couldn't find anything. They did a fresh, brand new MRI, and every single tumor had disappeared from that baby's head. I can't tell you, we rejoiced and we were weeping here yesterday, thanking God for the miraculous. So anyway, join us if you can on Tuesday night at 7. I'm not sure we'll take requests every single Tuesday night, but you know, God knows our needs. We don't even have to speak them. He knows and He hears. But I'm just praising God for the miraculous today. It's so, so incredible. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of white wine to these. Beautiful garlic and onions. These mushrooms are just going to town over here. I'm going to add a little bit more Worcestershire. Do you know how to spell Worcestershire? It's hard. I kept trying to do the menu. The recipe, and I kept trying. W-O-R-C-H, Worcester. I did everything. And finally, I had to come downstairs and get this bottle. W-O-R-C-E-S-T-E-R-S-H-I-R-E. Holy moly. Okay, we're doing really good. I was going to try not to have my back to you at all. I talked to my dear friend, Harpo. Oh my goodness, I can't remember her name.
She's your dear friend.
Sorry, I'm brain dead today. Oh my goodness, that's craziness. But anyway, I talked to my friend, and so she gave me some pointers. She said, you should never have to turn your back to the camera. And I said, oh shoot, well, my stove is over there on the wall. So today I'm trying this. I don't know, how are we doing? Do you like this, or should I try to do it? I have no idea. Anyway, I'm just trying to accommodate everybody the best that I can. Oh, those look so yummy. Okay, those mushrooms are cooking down. Now, after the mushrooms and after the garlic, I'm going to put those in the sauce in just a moment. Okay, you have to prepare the herbs. These are fresh herbs. 1/2 cup chopped basil. 1 cup chopped Italian parsley. There is different types of parsley. So you want the Italian kind. 1 1/2 tablespoons chopped rosemary. I'm really careful about rosemary. It can actually just take over a recipe. So I'm kind of careful about it. 1/2 tablespoon thyme and 1 tablespoon dried oregano. That's the herbs. So you wash them, you prepare them, and get them ready, okay? Here we go. Now, in another pan, you guys, I love these pans. You know who bought these for us? Me. Linda Gutierrez, my darling friend for 39 years.
She's wonderful.
She is wonderful. And she's the one that took care of the kids when we first, okay, so I'm adding the garlic, adding in the garlic and onions to this big pot.
Yum.
Okay? Oh, that looks so good, doesn't it?
Garlic and onions.
Garlic and onions. Okay. Got that. Almost ready for the mushrooms. We're going to cook those a little bit longer. So Linda Gutierrez bought me this roaster, bought me this frying pan. Oh my goodness. I'm so thankful for the precious saints of the Most High God who care about pastors and their wives. And if you have a pastor and you have a pastor's wife or someone in your life, be generous to them. Love them. Bless them. You'll be blessed.
Do you have a recipe for homemade Captain Crunch?
Huh?
Someone said you have a recipe for homemade Captain Crunch.
Somebody's asked, Minnie said, okay guys.
Rich Glass. I don't know.
Who?
Rich Glass wants to know if you have a homemade recipe for Captain Crunch. Sure.
So Rich Glass, okay, here's the deal, you guys. I'm so far away from you, I can't see that much without my glasses.
Can't see any of the comments right
So I can't see any of the comments, so I've got Mindy that's reading me the comments so I can try to respond back to you. I'm not sure how we'll fix this, but Rich Glass and I, when we preached for his parents in Pasadena, Texas, 46 years ago, he was a boy, and him and I would have Captain Crunch contest, seeing how many bowls of Captain Crunch we could eat. Let me just tell you something. I could still eat, I don't know how many bowls, but my metabolism has kind of croaked, so I can't sit down and have bowls of Captain Crunch. But Rich Glass, if I find a recipe for homemade Captain Crunch, I'll certainly send it to you. Okay, so we've added onions, garlic sauteed into the sauce. And now we're going to do the meat. I'll show you this meat. Here it is. Here's the different meats. Now, Trilma's recipe for meat is 2 pounds of mild Italian sausage. Take the casings off, remove the casings. I always try to add in extra types of sausage. I go to Rocco's. I think I told you about it last week. It's a 100-year-old market out here in San Martin. They have the most unique sausages. They're all handmade. So I try to get a couple of those to add in, and I did today. 1 pound ground turkey, 2 pounds ground beef. Okay, so we're going to add these in. Going to add these in to the, fry these in this giant electric fryer. My mom and dad got me a electric skillet for my wedding gift. And I was looking at it yesterday. They got me an electric frying skillet for our wedding gift. And so someone was saying, aren't you going to throw that out? It's so old. And I said, no, that's vintage. I would never throw that frying pan out. Remember that, Mom? You and Daddy bought me frying pan for my wedding present.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Well, that was my wedding gift, and I still have it, Mama. Okay, so we're going to start that frying the meat. So, and as I said, you will have this recipe. It's all written, all printed, ready to go on the Facebook page. So you could actually, if you're here in California, you could make this tonight. Okay, so we're going to, okay, these mushrooms, wow, they're beautiful. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to add these mushrooms. Lovely. I know that I want to get a camera so that you could look down on this, but right now you have to just look at it. Okay. We just added the mushrooms. Those mushrooms were cooking in Worcestershire, white wine, butter. You'll have the recipe. Stir this in. Woo! Lord have mercy. This pasta sauce has the victory, I think. Okay, I'm going to turn that down just a tad. It's cooking good. Okay.
Is the banana cake recipe going to be posted?
The banana cake, someone's asking, is the banana cake posted? It's on Richard and Nancy Granquist. It's on that Facebook page. So if you go there, all my recipes are done in kind of like this green color, the backdrop. So you'll find it on Richard and Nancy Granquist's Facebook page. And this is really funny, you guys, about the banana cake. My Mindy girl has been on a new level about this cake. I mean, I can't keep it in the house. I keep baking it and it keeps disappearing. It's so good and it's so wonderful. And honestly, I think the banana cake has been the secret to getting through, besides the prayers and God himself. I think the banana cake has been one of the things that has carried us through. Men, what do you think?
Yeah, I hide it from everybody too.
Okay, and this is what's really funny, you guys. You know my mom, she weighs about 92 pounds. But we found out that when everybody goes to bed, she sneaks in the kitchen and she gets some banana cake. So all kinds of secret things are happening with this banana cake. It is really hilarious. Anyway, I hope you find it there. I think everything that I've done on these cooking shows are on the Facebook. I'm pretty sure. If there's not, just put it up on the screen. What you need, what you can't find, what recipe, and we'll post it. We'll just make sure it's posted. Okay, so right now we are frying together the meats, which is turkey, Italian sausage, and also some specialty sausage that I bought at Rocco's, and also ground beef. Okay, so it's really starting to cook. So I'm going to add to this meat, I'm going to add about 1.5 cups of white wine. That doesn't look quite like 1.5 cups. It looks more like a cup. But anyway, here we go. I'm going to add this. Wow, I got to get some more. This is really good wine. Carlo Rossi, it's a Chablanc or something like that. Somebody told me the other day that they use Chardonnay for pasta sauce, but this works too. Now we're going to add in NannyBone's kitchen staple. Garlic, pepper. I'm gonna take the lid off because this really inhibits this. And the thing about it is, you could probably put like a tablespoon of garlic, salt in, and about the same for garlic pepper, but everybody is different about their seasonings. So I put just like a general idea about seasoning, but you may not want that much. You may want to cook with just powder, Mrs. Dash. You know, if you're high blood pressuring or you got other health things going on and you can't do salt, then use Mrs. Dash. It's great. I've used that too for people I'm cooking for that have some concerns about health, high blood pressure or whatever. Okay, so I've added that in. Browning this meat. Now, let me tell you a story about Trilma Leeman. She is so darling. I called her on her birthday, and I told her that I was going to be cooking her pasta sauce on NannyBone's kitchen, and she was really tickled about that. I love her spirit. She is unbelievably amazing. So she came to the Lord late in her life. It was really miraculous. She had breast cancer, and it looked like it was pretty serious. And her daughter-in-law and son, they call their pastors, Jimmy and Bobby Shoemake, who have been heroes of the faith for as long as I remember. Amazing and wonderful people. Genuine. Love them. So they called their pastors and they said, can you come over? Because our mother is going in for breast surgery, and we want prayer over her. Well, the short story of that, it's an amazing story. Reader's Digest version, she was healed. From that, she came to the Lord, and then her husband, Al, came to the Lord after that. This was in their later years. What's so unique about this story is, so when Al Leeman, that's Trilma's husband, he just passed last year. We loved him, didn't we, Nan?
Amazing. She used to have the twins over.
Yeah, remind me to tell that. So Al just passed last year, and oh my goodness, the kindness of that man. And Al's story is remarkable. He lost his dad when he was young, came home from World War I, walked from off. He was soaked to the bone, got in. Oh, just an amazing story. He's a hero, Al. So that's Trilma's husband, Al, that just passed. But Trilma, when she married Al, his family didn't think she was going to be able to cook for him because it's a huge Italian family, and they were worried. And the first time they came over for dinner, Trilma and Al came to his family, big Italian. She looked around and she could tell they didn't have much faith in her, and because they were afraid that Al, who they called Tootie, they were afraid Tootie would starve, this huge Italian family. So they were looking at, and so Trilma noticed that all their desserts was store-bought. She's a very smart woman. She's 93 and she is as sharp as a tack. Still, she said she looked around and she said, all of their desserts are store-bought, so I'm going to show them. So the next time they had a big family dinner, she said, don't buy any desserts, don't worry. I'm going to bring all the desserts. Because she came from a family, they were on a dairy farm, and they did everything. They baked their breads, desserts, she milked the cows, you know, all of that extraordinary stuff. And so when Trilma came and Al came to the family dinner, she had these lovely desserts. And the family was blown away. Come to find out they had bought desserts and hidden them just in case Trilma couldn't come through. Isn't that a neat story? Oh my goodness, but Trilma did come through, and they taught Aunt Ricky, Owl's aunt, taught Trilma how to cook Italian food. And they were married 73 years. We were at their 70th celebration. We were at almost all their stuff later on. Josiah and I actually wrote a song for one of their celebrations. Anyway, that's the kind of love you want. The kind of love that will last 73 years. But that's some of the history of this recipe that I'm giving you today. Wonderful, beautiful people. They raised 3 kids. Duncan is an amazing son. One of their sons passed. They have a beautiful daughter, just an amazing family. She's over in a gorgeous senior citizens place, but she can't come out of her room, as so many of your people can't come out of your room. I get tickled when I see my mother. She's traipsing all over this house. I took her out to see the chickens and the rooster yesterday, and I'm so thankful that I'm taking care of Mom, and she's not in some place where I can't get to her. I'm just so thankful for that, Mama. Isn't that amazing, Mama? And I cook you everything you like. And when you want cornbread, I make that. She loves cornbread and milk at night. Anyway, so pray for the people that are in these senior places and call them. So when I was talking to Mother Leeman, she was missing, she teaches everybody how to embroider, crochet. She taught our twins when they were little, different things.
Every week.
Yeah, she had them over for crafts and sewing.
We had a whole feast.
So here's the thing. We don't have to lose interest in life. It doesn't matter how old we get. We can just keep finding new adventures, things to do for people. And Trilma, when I talked to her, I wished her happy birthday, happy 93rd birthday. She was laughing and telling me that they just brought her a cake, the people from where she lives. And they're good to her, but you know, it's still lonely being locked up in your room. So call people. If you know somebody, what, Mindy? Call people and, you know, let them know you're thinking about them. She was so tickled that I called. Okay, so this is browning, still browning some. I'm going to add the herbs. So I already put them together. I washed them and got them ready. Let me see. I wanted to talk to you. So it's, again, 1/2 cup chopped basil, 1 cup chopped Italian parsley, 1/2 tablespoon chopped rosemary, 1 tablespoon thyme, and 1 tablespoon dried oregano. It's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. You know what I did when I got finished chopping all of this? I took all of the remainder and I put it on a plate and I put it in the, it's called the wine cellar. We don't have any wine in there, but we have a lot of sparkling cider. But I just put it and just so that freshness. So I'm putting it in with the meat, and I'm going to let these herbs cook down with the meat. Now remember, this is a very old Italian sauce recipe. Now when I was talking to my friend Janet Renison Brannon, we just laid her mom to rest on Tuesday, that beautiful Sicilian mama. I was talking to Janet about this recipe, and she said it's very similar to what her mom always made. So there will be similarities in your recipes and what I do, and I'm always open for suggestions of new things. I don't think I've got the corner on anything, you guys. I just want to keep learning. I want to be thirsty for knowledge. I'm going to let this cook just a little bit more. before we add it to the sauce. I'm gonna put the lid on it. Well, and I just came unplugged, so we really need that plugged in. Okay. Did I tell you about the Mad Hatter's Tea Party? I'm going to tell you about it, and I'm going to post something on Facebook with the recipe today, so you can look at it. How many minutes have I been going?
You have been going now for, it says 2 hours.
No, not 2 hours.
Oh,
I haven't been on 2 hours.
Oh,
Okay, so here we go. Mad Hatter's Tea Party, real quick. On May 15th, we're going to launch the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, kicking it off. So I want you to host your own tea party. First place winner wins $100. Second place, $75. Third place, $50. You have to wear a hat. Everybody at the table has to wear a hat. You need to make sandwiches, scones, cookies, etc., desserts. The sandwiches cannot have crust. You must have photos and recipes into our Facebook page, Richard and Nancy Granquist's Facebook page, by May 20th, midnight, Pacific Standard Time. Okay? Mad Hatter's Tea Party. It's going to be so much fun. Okay. Looks like it's done. Oh my goodness, beautiful. This meat is going to add the flavor of this. Now here's the thing, tonight, we made meatballs last week and I froze some, but tonight we're gonna have this over raviolis. So we'll have to talk about that later. Hey guys, I wanted to show you this too. You see these? They are not swords. I don't let my grandkids get these. But these are, I got these from a Persian restaurant, but they're from Golden Star Import. But these are to do shish kebab, vegetables, all kinds of stuff. So we're going to be talking about doing shish kebabs and chicken, steak. If you're a vegetarian, I'm going to talk about that. I'm also going to teach some unbelievable vegetarian dishes. So all of you that are vegetarian, if you don't want to put meat in this sauce, you could just do the mushrooms, add a few vegetables. Anyway, so I'm going to teach you about the shish kebabs and things that we do. Oh my goodness, Aunt Becky's barbecue sauce.
The best.
It's the best. Now look, I respect and love. I've got so many recipes. Merle Ewing's barbecue sauce. I've got all kinds of people's. But Aunt Becky's, I have never found anything to touch her barbecue recipe. So we're going to be doing stuff. It's summer's coming, so I'm going to show you some stuff that we do here at Sir Richard's Gate. Family recipes that we've been doing for years, for holidays. So much fun. Anyway, we're just about ready. We're just about ready to put this meat in this pasta sauce. Now, here's the thing. I'm sorry that you can't see the ending of this because I'd like to show you exactly what it looks like when it's done. But let me just give you a wrap up. It's red. It's fabulous. People keep coming back to my house to eat this pasta sauce. Thank you, Trilma Leeman, for loving us so much that you gave us this recipe. So I take the fat off, and you'll see this on the recipe. You drain that fat off of the meat. and then add it into the pasta sauce. Oh yeah. Lovely.
Could you just put a bite of that over the
Mom, you want a bite?
over the edge of that?
Yeah. And then I let it cook 2 or 3 hours. I cook it on low, 2 or 3 hours, and then set it off. Let it cool down before you serve it. Today was an amazing moment to share history of Trilma Leeman and her pasta sauce and my love for you. Have a wonderful, blessed, amazing weekend. If you don't have something to do or you're not a part of something, 10 o'clock, Josiah, Mindy, and I will be doing worship. My husband, my pastor, will be teaching. It's going to be a glorious weekend. If there's something that you need, even if you don't want to put it on the screen, but you have a special request, you could, what is it called? Instant messenger. You could put, and we will pray. We have a list that we are collecting of prayer requests. And I know right now there's so many needs in all of our homes, everywhere. But I am praying the goodness of God on your life and his peace and his love and his strength. God bless you, my dear friends. Thanks for coming today.